There has been a lot of people waiting for this moment, so let me introduce to you the new AI key from Ubiquiti. And we're going to have a look at what this can and can't do and how it compares against the AI Pro. So let's start by looking at what comes inside the box. It's a very small form factor itself. We can open this up. And then this is the device itself. So it looks like the Cloud Key Gen 2, if you remember that sort of size. That's the initial size and look, but it does feel a little bit bigger than that. And if we have a quick look at the back here, we have a PoE++ input, and then on the front we have the holes to let out the heat, the AI key, and the tiny display that we've come to see on all the devices. Let's talk in a little bit more detail about what this device does and where does it sit on your network and how does it integrate. Well, the AI key itself is an appliance that enhances your smart detection events with detailed classifications, and you can use standard search language to go and find things that might have happened previously. It analyzes and categorizes objects on the cameras you have selected. It does a speech to text on the AI series, and you can add license and facial recognition on the G4 and G5 series. They don't work with all the Ubiquiti cameras, so you need to configure it either with something of the G4 series, the G5 series, the AI series, or any ONVIF cameras you have paired with the AI port. So how does it actually work? So the AI key has an internal queue where it processes all the smart detections. So once it's been detected, it sends it across to the AI key and then goes through the categorization process. The longer the queue, the more the delay will be of processing. The queue maximum that you're allowed is up to 200 events at any one time. If you are constantly seeing more than 200 events in the queue, then you might need to think about adding an additional AI key. And you can add in an unlimited number of these that you may require. The amount of smart detections that this can cope with is up to 1,000 smart detections per hour. So that is a lot of detections depending on what's going around your building or your office or wherever you have this set up. And I know a lot of you are going to be asking straight away, well, does this replace the AI port? While it does do the facial and license plate recognition on the G4 and G5 cameras to enhance them, it does not do the smart detections from the ONVIF because it gets sent from the AI port to the AI key itself. Another thing you'll probably be wondering is, well, how long does it take to return those results? Well, the answer to that is it can take up to 15 minutes. It all depends on how big your queue is. The price of this unit will come in at $679. So let's go ahead and take a look at this and get it set up. So we have a cable already, which is plugged into PoE++. We can pop that straight in here and you can see that is now going to get powered and load up. So let's head over to the computer and see what we can and can't do with this. Once the AI key is adopted, you'll be greeted with something like this, and these are some of the settings that you have inside. So on the front page, you have the camera coverage, which I currently have 5 cameras set on here. How many detections have been processed in the last 24 hours? So there's actually 800 of those that have been. How many detections are in the queue? Now this is where that limit comes in. So if you see this constantly stuck at around about 200, then you know you need another AI key to bring down the load that's being worked with at the moment. So how many faces that have been enhanced in the last 24 hours, we can see that that's currently 0. Then we can move across to the settings, and that's where the more important stuff is. So we can give it a name. So depending on how many AI keys you have, you can give it a different name for each one or for a different set of cameras, or outdoor AI key, indoor, however you want to split up the cameras themselves. The first feature you have is computer vision enhancement, and what that does is that analyzes and categorizes objects detected by your selected cameras. Now when you click on the drop down here, you'll have all the options that you have available from the G4 to the G5 to the AI series and any ONVIF cameras that have been adopted by the AI port. And you can see right here on the left hand side I have driveway out, which is actually a third-party Hikvision camera, and I can see that option right there. Speech to text, we know this is only supported on the AI series cameras, so I have the AI turret. And then the next two, we have the license plate recognition and the facial recognition. So this is giving those AI powers to those G4 and G5 series cameras, and you can see them listed just here. I have my G4 Pro doorbell, I have the G5 turret, and a G4 Instant, which is the IM room. I do have G3 cameras on here, but they're not listed because the G3 series is not supported. And it's the same with the facial recognition. You can select whichever ones you want. Now the way that works, I can go to the G5 Turret Ultra and then go to the recording settings, and you can see down here I have create AI events, and you can now see license plate and face. And if I show you exactly what I mean, if I go back to the AI key and the settings, and I turn off the G5 Ultra, click save. If I go back to my G5 Turret Ultra, you can see that license plate and face has disappeared from an option. So you can actually improve your G4 and G5 series cameras that way. The last one is the face enhancement. There's no need to select cameras on that. That's automatically turned on, and that enables manual enhancement of facial recognition on demand. So there's an option on the side now that we can go to which says find anything, and we can see there's a search box at the top right here. Let's get in to see what this can and can't do. So I have a G4 instance set up in this room and a G5 Turret Ultra, just so we had a full lineup of the different cameras. So I have a G4 instant, I have a G5 Ultra, I have an AI turret, and I have an UniFi camera through the AI port. All of those are going to be sending their smart detections to the queue. I have some searches that I have played around with earlier, so we can go ahead and just type in delivery person. As I know, I've had some deliveries today, and we can see there's a parcel that was delivered slightly earlier this morning and this evening. If I wanted to search, I know that there is a DHL truck there, so I can see that right there. If I search for DHL truck, it's going to show me all the images that are there. This is actually working off two different cameras. So the one above me is on an AI turret, and the one to the right is on the driveway out. So there's a mix of both of them. This is where the next AI summary comes in, and you can see that detection levels at the top here. You can see the next AI summary. So if that's not ticked, do make sure you can tick that, and you'll see it at the bottom. So a delivery van is parked on the driveway of a residential home with a person wearing blue standing near it. The scene appears to be early in the morning or late evening based on the timestamp in the top left corner and the lighting conditions. The timestamp is incorrect in the top left hand corner, which is why it's given that summary. So just keep that one in mind. That's not the fault of the next AI. That's actually my timing on the camera itself. And just like the last UniFi update, we have the snippet around it, which gives you the confidence level and what it's picked up. Now, say for example, I needed to search for a red car. So I can go ahead and type in a red car because I know there was a red car that pulled up, and that shows me everything that it's found with a red car in the scene. There's a match confidence level at the top here. It's currently set to 50%, and you can see the confidence levels around 65 to 64%. If you want it to be 100% sure, you can push this confidence level up, and then it will find that within that confidence level. Moving along with the similar sort of thing, I know the DHL van was a yellow Mercedes, and search for that and click enter, and we can see that it's found it right here for me. So we know it's a yellow Mercedes. It's got the license plate number, it's got the van, it's got the yellow color. Again, the next AI summary at the bottom: a residential driveway with two cars parked, one black, the other one silver. A yellow van is visible in the background near the house entrance. And the search feature seems to work relatively well depending on what you are looking for. And if you wanted to pick out, say for example, a person, you can go and click search, and it will pick up, these aren't great mugshots of myself, but it does pick up a person on there, and you can go in and have a look at the image, and you'll probably see me pop out in the bottom right hand corner looking straight at the camera itself. To leverage the next AI even more, you can go ahead and create alarms based on some of your search terms. So you can create up to 5 of these set up. Go ahead and create an alarm. You can choose objects. You'll see the AI key enhanced, and you can type in what you want. So we saw the yellow Mercedes before, so we know that's the DHL van. So if I was to do DHL truck, for example, we can go and search that. We'll leave the match confidence. So if you want it to be a bit lower, say 50 to 60%, for example, we could do that, and we can set a schedule. So I know the DHL delivery will only ever come probably Monday to Friday, so we can set that up in terms of a schedule, but for now I will leave it as all. You can choose all the cameras that you wish to do so. So I know for me it's only going to be the driveway out, which is the UniFi camera, and the front door at this point. So those are the 2 cameras that are likely to pick this up. And then you have your normal standard actions that you would normally have. So you can go and notify, and we'll get a notification when something like that happens. We can do a webhook, unlock some things. If there's a UniFi access door that you wish to unlock, or the garage door, you can go ahead and click this, and it will then trigger that when that happens, or it can trigger a light. So you have multiple different ones that you can choose, and obviously you can add multiple actions if you wish to do so. So you can go ahead and set up 5 of these, and that is the limit at this point. The next thing I will show you is the auto enhancement. So I've got 2 pictures here. We've got one down here, which is in color. So we've got the face enhancement there. And if we have a look at this one, we'll take a look at another one, and the result will pop through soon. And you can see that makes the image that little bit more clear. So I don't know if you saw the before and after on this, it does make that image a little bit more clear. And you can see after we've done those facial recognition enhancements, we've gone to 6. So that has increased because we've enhanced all of those photos. The last feature I'm going to show you is something I flagged a little bit earlier because it's what I tested, but we used the AI turret series and I did something with the camera right here. So you can see me standing right there. It says a view from inside looking out through a window with a clear blue sky, residential houses in the background. So what I did right here, there's a little button up here with the transcript. So this only works with the AI series and you need to make sure the speech is enabled on the camera and the microphone's turned on. If we just play this right here and have a little listen. This is an audio test for the AI key speech to text recognition. Let's see if this works. And as you can see with that, it seems to have picked it up word for word and it's translated everything I've said. So that seemed to pick that text up perfectly fine. And you'll see down the bottom here, the audio is too poor or inaudible to process. That was actually my daughter in the other room that you could hear on this camera. And she was too far away, so you're not going to be able to pick up what that says. There you go. That is everything the AI key can do. Now you can get yourself a rack mount to rack 3 of these in a row, and we have seen some of those images leaked in the past, but there's a link to it down in the description below, along with the AI key itself. So if you want to check that out, you can go ahead and do that. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below what you think of this unit. Something like this is definitely going to be very useful for your businesses or organizations. Something that's very easy to quick and find out what's going on. And if you miss something or you want to go back and find something specific, this definitely is going to fulfill that for you without scrolling through hours of footage. For now, this is Inside Wire, and I'll see you in the next one.